Hi, I'm Brenda. Welcome to my channel, the Empress and the Sun Tarot. Today, I am going to begin with a general reading, and then we will get into questions. I hope everyone is doing well. Just gonna make my chat a little bigger. He says we should start with that, so I can see. Hi, Elin. How are you? Yeah, I took a little time. My daughter moved to Florida, so very exciting, and just missing her a little. But we are actually talking more than ever, honestly. So it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, I was trying to show Dave a picture she had sent me, and I literally scrolled and scrolled and scrolled, and he's like, "Oh my gosh!" And I'm like, "Yeah, they were driving." So we're just going to begin with a general reading, and then we will get into questions. So we hope everyone is doing fantastic. Watches. General guidance for the day. The first card out is the Soulmates card. So that is definitely beautiful energy. We're going to see what else wants to come out. Okay, Fork in the Road, the Thinker, and Between Worlds. I knew there was just one more, she said. And the bottom of the deck is Chaos and Conflict. And with that, you see it is a zebra, but he's got giraffe spots, but they're coming off. So it's definitely opening up to something brand new, a new energy. Sometimes, like my daughter's leaving, that's just giving a little room for other things. She's still always one of my soulmates, and we always have a bond. And I'm going to go see her in 37 days. We have a countdown calendar, so we're counting down the days till we have a vacation in Florida. So the first card out is the soulmate card. The next card is the Fork in the Road card. And then we have the Thinker card and the Between Worlds. And I feel like right now it's definitely a Between Worlds kind of energy. Saturn goes into Pisces this weekend, which is huge. Anytime a planet changes, it's really big energy. And in the month of March, we have Saturn going into Pisces, and then we have Pluto going into Aquarius, and at the end of the month, March goes into Cancer, as well as we have the the spring solstice, the spring equinox in the States. So a lot of energy changing. I know yesterday, the card that flip was the Hangman. The energy really changed yesterday with it being the first. So just know that if you're at a place that you're in between things, just know it is truly just that in between place. It is a time for we feel like new gifts opening up with Saturn moving into Pisces. Saturn is also about your karma. And if you've been doing the work, Saturn kind of gives you a gifty. So Celia's, said that, new gifts should be opening up. Pisces is that very, spiritual house, also very watery energy. So just know that we are in a lot of transition this month. So if there's a lot of chaos and conflict and change, I'm very fixed energy. So change isn't always good for me. And then, the very next card under that is the card where, it is the full zebra, right there with the card of a change in the wind. So just know that, like, this is how we feel the energy for the month of March will be a complete change of going from complete chaos and conflict to something more calm and peaceful. So love that. Yeah. I mean, February was a lot of chaos for me. So we are glad to be moving into, calmer waters coming soon. Coming soon, calmer waters. The first card that want to come out is the Two of Wands. It's about, that wishing and dreaming and making a choice. My daughter did this. She wished and dreamed, and you know what? She's finally doing it yesterday. When she got there, she said she was crying tears of joy because she was so happy that, she was really getting to live her dream because, she stayed close to me, but I'm going to be close to her no matter if geography is just a thing. I'm still going to come and see her, and we're going to do that. So she took that leap, and now she's going to be walking on the beach, from the Two of Wands to the Two of Pentacles. We feel it is a day of making the choice of what is going to make you happy, and you have to do your own personal happiness. And sometimes you have to walk away from, people and situations. And it's just because you move does not mean you have to, my relationship with her is literally stronger than ever. And my connection with Celia is literally stronger than ever. So another two, so that's three twos that have come out, and the two that's missing is the Two of Cups, but on the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups. So we feel like this is about you taking some time to heal yourself. Yesterday, I took a day of self-comfort. I just cleaned my room. I have their stuff all around me because we're storing some stuff for them. So, take some time to do your inner work, feel your feelings and fill your cup up, because you have to fill your cup up before you can help fill anybody else's cup up. So I feel like March is definitely a month of filling your cup up and going through great change, because that love is right there, waiting, always with you. Even if it's not in the physical, energetically, that person is always with you. Always, 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 always. And then we're going to get the current energy is the Page of Cups, the Star, and the Ten of Pentacles. So we feel like this is definitely a time of, have you been healing your family karma? Because Saturn is about the karma. Have you healed your family karma? You know what? I handled it really well when my sister left, my younger sister. My mom lost it. Like, I'm working really hard not to do that. As I'm all emotional. So, but I'm feeling my feelings and I'm working through it. So if there's somebody you're missing, just know they are not away from you. They are always energetically around you. The next card is the Four of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Pentacles. So we feel like this is saying, as you have healed that the universe is going to bring in, a new gift. While you're meditating, and I would say meditating at home. If you can meditate outside, even better, but definitely spend some time meditating, because we feel like the universe is definitely trying to give you a new gift. Excuse me. We're just gonna do it. Okay, because we're moving on past that. So just my little moment of tearfulness. So now we're getting back to it. And so we feel like the top row is the current energy, and this next row is like, so you're saying 2 weeks out, and then the long-term energy is the Five of Wands, which in that card, I feel like that's always about working together, not necessarily, having that chaos and conflict, but, maybe there's some chaos and conflict, but no, we're all trying to get to that same goal, even though we may have separate paths to get there. That, you're still always going, we're all going to get there. We all just have a different path to do it. And that is the work of seeing that, that we each have our own separate path. Of the karma that we have brought in is, what you have to heal, and, each of us, and, so I feel like it's definitely a reading about, are you healing your family karma? Are you doing the work? Are you looking at the patterns of your family? Because this has really brought it back around when I left, and how my mom must have felt. And, even for Dave, of how his mom must have felt when, he moved with his kids, and, I moved across the country with, and, had my family. So I did the very same thing. So I completely understand what she's doing, but, so that makes it a little easier. But, how I'm handling it, I feel, is my part of the karma. And I feel like I told Dave, I think I'm doing pretty well. So are you healing your family karma? Are you healing that generational family legacy karma? Are you healing the family karma? Because I feel like it's guiding you right now to heal that karma. Like this weekend, that energy is moving. We're having the full moon in Virgo, and we are having Saturn move. So And, Virgo energy is about that day-to-day work. So, we feel like it's definitely saying there is going to be, some change to your day-to-day work. Are you ready to incorporate some healing practices in your day-to-day work? Commit 15 minutes a day, to think of, where, where is my pattern with my family karma, and every day take like a new look at something. Okay, I'm going to look at how my grandparents do, love and money, and then the next, day, do somebody else in your family, and just try to put the pieces together of, how that pattern shows in different people throughout your family, because there will be some common link to that. So you're saying, so we are going to get guidance on the Six of Cups, which is the energy from the past, which we feel is your karma. You know, that and she says, that Chiron, which is the things that have started in your young life that have come back around, and all of that is literally also part of your karma. So we're getting clarification on the Six of Cups to start with. Okay. We start with the Devil, the Nine of Wands, and then we get the Emperor. So we feel like that is definitely gaining strength and control over that, becoming more stable, more just one moment. Maybe she wants to call me in a little bit when I'm done. So we're going to do that. So I just told her yes, and put the do not disturb on. So we feel, well, this energy of the past, of the family karma, is the toxic behavior that is being healed by you. And as you do that, you're really going to step into some real stability, real clarity with your action. So we feel like that is really good clarification on that. And then we're also going to get some clarification on the Five of Wands, which is, she said, ironically, also on the bottom of the deck there. So clarification on the Five of Wands. Yeah, it's all about working your path. Everybody has a different path, and it's all in the approach you take. You can take a very serious approach, or you can take a more lighthearted approach. But either way you go, you're going to get, you're going to get down the path, because this is, a time of a new awakening for us, of all, figuring out how to work together. The next card is the Temperance card, in a balanced way. Just kind of bring new clarity as well. She's like this. So I feel like this is a reading for the month of March, saying new clarity is going to come. It's a brand new beginning in this journey that's going to bring a lot more balance and stability. In this Five of Swords, it's, a victory for him. He's gained some clarity. He's got those swords under his arms. He's going to take some action forward in this card, but he has definitely gained some new clarity and is ready to work for the collective, with the community. So we feel like that's really great energy that's going to be coming forward for the month of March. So just know, if you're in a void space or things are moving and changing in your life, that, everything is for a reason, and it's to line the right things up at the very right time for where everything is supposed to be. And we're going to get a romance angel, she says. So she said, we're ready to go. Then we're going to get some readings in. Okay. The one that wanted to jump off the table is the Retreat card, which is time to disconnect from the world, which I definitely feel I'm going to do that this week. And then this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek, because the soulmate card is already here. And then the Trust is, this situation is calling for you to have faith and then free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life, which we feel is that, karmic energy. Where is your karma? Where is your karma? Are you working on it? Are you addressing it? Are you, are you? Because if we, add about, I think it's like 28 or 29, 30 in there, depending on where you're born. You have your first Saturn return, which is, the first time really, you get to see where the karma is and to see if you've been working towards healing it. And then again, between like 57 and 59, you have it again. So, which I hear that one is a real kick in the butt to make sure that you've really been doing the work. So, I feel like it's definitely a time for a brand new energy for this month, definitely. So we feel like new changes abound, Celia says. Changes afoot. So we hope everyone is doing well. And Elin, since you were here first, Celia says we will start with you. And we will just get a general message for you. So, I'm going to take a second and get a drink. And then we will move on. So, general message for Elin for today. Okay. The first card is the deep knowing card, and then you get the thinker card, and then the last card is the peace card. So, make sure you're spending time just being very grounded, and then you get a leg up. So, we feel like your guides are probably trying to give you some guidance. We feel like you're in this thinker energy, and when you're in that headspace energy, sometimes it's really hard to hear your guides. So, are you trying? Because as you gain that peace, you really get that deep knowing. Which she says, she said, that feeling you get in your stomach that, she's like, listen to that. She's like, that little feeling you get, listen to that. I don't know. So, Elin, are you listening to your gut instincts? Because like there's so much strength and transformation that's trying to come through to you to bring you so like she's like so joyfully happy. Like there's like I feel like March is going to be very transformational for you. I feel like it's going to be for me, and Celia says definitely for you with that strength card coming out. And then you get the Five of Pentacles, and we think the strength card is going to be you really overcoming this feeling of lack and really seeing it as this is a gift of this time with you, this time of solitude for you, this time of not having another person there that is putting in your vortex all of the things you do want, because the next two cards are the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, which is as you fill your cup up and know your self-worth and really truly love yourself and value yourself and like put yourself in the highest regard, that Ten of Pentacles is trying to come in for you. Like, because you can manifest it like right there. She's like, you have to just change your perception, change the way you're looking at this time. This time is trying to give you the time to open up to your guides. Are you listening to them? Don't think of this as a time of you're alone and you're, sad, because look, that key is right there for her. We're going to say we're teaching the Chiron class March 20th, join us, that definitely gives you a look into where, your healing needs to begin with that that aspect of your chart, the wounded healer, your Chiron placement. So, but that key is literally right there, like for her to, free herself by just changing the perception. And really, so it's like fill your cup up. Know that this is a time of really connecting to your heart and your higher self, and really loving yourself like to the highest. She's like the highest extent, like, but like, so I take a practice every day to spend, she's like, even just 30 minutes a day doing something that is just for you, just that you love. Like, I have a couple of paintings hanging up behind me, and I did them with my daughter when I just brought a lot of my stuff that I still had at her house over. I brought that stuff. So you know what? I'm gonna start doing that. Before she moved, she asked me to make her some bath bombs. I did that. So you know what? I'm gonna start doing, that stuff that makes me joyfully happy, and we invite you to do that. Celia's like, it can do so much for you. So that one's for you, Elin. But just know that this time in between is really a time for you to not focus on that physical, but focus on gaining that connection. Yes, meditation. But like doing something like the painting or doing the bath bombs puts me in that, like, my childlike state, I guess. So get into that place that you are joyfully happy, and take your time for yourself for that, because you deserve it. She's like, you deserve it. And the sun is even more powerful. I read something yesterday or the day before that said your DNA is activated in the sunlight and your psychic abilities are activated in the moonlight. So a couple of nights ago, Dave and I were out, and there was like a rainbow effect around the moon and on the moon, and me and Dave were like that. And then the very next day, he got a card of the Rainbow Bridge or some, reference to transformation through the rainbow. So just know that, like, psychic stuff is like really opening up. We feel like big changes coming in March with that Pisces energy. So thank you, Elin, for joining. She's like, take a deep breath. She says we have time, so we may do a live and then take a break and do another live, just because Macy wants to talk to Mimi. So they're going to have beach day today. So yeah, fun in the sun. So we would like to so you said, who's here? Please just drop a comment so we know who's still here. Hi, Blast. How are you? Hi, Beatrice. Hi, Princess. Hi, Michelle. How are you? I am good, Blast. I see your question at the very top of my chat. So we're going to do that. Will I be successful in my ambitions? So she said we're gonna cut it and take the bottom. You get the community card and you get the imagine. So it is your ambition to help others, to be a service of others. Farida, yes, your comments being seen, but my guide calls who she is guided to call. So I just call who she wants to give a message to. Is that to help others? Because so you says a great way to imagine it is to imagine being in those other people. Yeah, because if you have that desire, to be of service is great. But she said if you're wanting your own personal fitness, imagine, when you see other people, spend a moment and feel what their body must feel like. What must their body feel like? And she said don't be in, lack about it. No, that desire, you have put that desire in your vortex. Hi, Dune. You can donate whatever amount you would like, and I get whatever message Celia, has. So, but normally it's good, and a clarification as well. Especially if you have a specific question, she will honestly have a conversation and kind of follow up sometimes with you. She likes that one-on-one stuff. Hi, Catherine. How are you? And Blast, the cards that came out are the Judgment card, the Seven of Cups, and the Page of Wands. So, with this, I feel like it's just about knowing, Blast, get out in the sunlight. That's where your DNA gets activated. And, walk around. And she's like, literally, get out and just walk around and imagine. If you can walk by any kind of water is always super powerful. But know that there are many options to get you where you want to go. But transformation, she said, is at hand between the Judgment card, the Death card, the Justice card, and the Knight of Swords. So that change can come in really quickly when you just imagine it. Ask other people in your community for help. Ask other people, that are doing fitness things that you would be interested to do. Like Dave likes to bike, so we like to do that together. So, do things with your community that can help improve your fitness, and really imagine about it. By spending time with those. Don't go in, thinking that, whatever, don't have any negative self-talk, so you're saying. And be very grounded. Because that's what can really bring in that stability. I remember about your book, Dune, she wants me to get a different deck. The outcome of your book, your ebook on Amazon. Outcome from pulling your ebook from Amazon. You get the silver card, Warrior of Light, and then you get the pink card, Self-Love and Nurture, and then the bottom of the deck is the Beacon card. So we feel like this was definitely the right choice. This is like the right choice, that a place that came from your heart. Because she's like, there's something so inspiring about it. I cannot remember what your book is about. Sorry. She's like, what's it about? Because the card under that is the Karma card, and then you get the Clarity card. But that Beacon card is really, about your life. I remember. Hold on, I'm getting a whole message. So that's a true story that happened to you, right? Yes. I know that's a really part of who you are, but she wants you to think of it with a different perspective, because you, like, I went through some really crazy things in my 50 years, and a lot of that, so I have that reference point to help other people. And there's something with what happened to you for you to be I hear a rebel, in like a leading, leading the cause, in like starting a foundation or something, and use that experience for, to transition you into that next phase, to know that happened for you to, be an inspiration to many others. Are you doing any kind of promotion on that? Are you doing any like book tours? Are you doing any radio shows, any podcasts, anything like that? Are you, like, she's like, are you self-promoting? Are you, because like it's gonna be like, you're such gonna be a beacon for others. And this is truly part of your karma, like to guide others, to help them towards their freedom, because this is truly something you're really passionate about. Like, but she wants you, before you put it back out there, work on, yeah, like, I don't listen to a lot of podcasts, but like, she feels like there are ways you can like put stuff out there to start getting your, thing out there. She says you're like so passionate about it. Like, it's like, and that has happened for you to lead like such, I hear social justice. Like, she's like, you are to speak that part, just because it was so close to your heart. Because we have the pink card there, and then I see the heart there. She's like, it's very, very close to your heart, but she wants you to have a different perspective about it. As, yes, it happened to you, but it happened to you for you to have a perspective on it. She's like, you are going to bring change to many people, like, and you're going to do very financially well, but like, the cycle is going to change when you see it from a different perspective and take it to a different place for yourself personally. That, yes, it's something very, very tragic that happened to you. Oh, the Queen of Pentacles is like set. And, as soon as you see it coming from a place of your heart, and be really balanced about it, and know that it happened to give you power, and really see it as that perspective that happened and you overcame that. Do you see the power in that? Do you feel your power from that? As soon as you feel your power from that, like, that negative shit is going, like, she's like gone. Like, it's going to be so balanced. And the Queen of Pentacles is pretty good. We'll ask for a timing card. But like, so you said, when you change your mindset about it, like, you can do, like, to sit and do some journaling about it. Like, you survived that. Like, you are there to tell that story, and you are there to make a change for so many people. Like, you don't realize the change that is going to make for so many people. Like, you are such a leader that you don't even realize how much of a leader you're going to be. Like, she's like, see it from that perspective of how strong that made you. Honestly, she's like, you just have to see that different perspective. Like, totally, like, you survived that. Use that as a strength. It's a stepping stool to take you to that next place. Yes. And then maybe your next book should be, yeah, I survived it. And you know what? These are the things I use to help me recover and get through it, to where I am now. whatever you want to add. I feel like you're going to have another book. She said another book that talks about how that made you stronger and like the things you're using to help give you new clarity and new outlook on that. Yes. And be a beacon for others, because like that beacon card is strong. Like you are supposed to be a beacon. You have to shine that light and tell the truth of your, tell that story. But no, you have a follow-up book. Start writing that next book. Start working on that. Tell a different story. Stop, you're not there no more. So let's start working in your mind on tell me the next part of your story. Because you survived. Celia's like, you survived. She's like, and that's overall like going to bring you so much money. You are such a survivor and a beacon. So you are and a messenger, because like here is this Knight of Wands and he's like just standing there. Sometimes the Knight of Wands is in and out, but in this one he's kind of just like that horse is standing there with his leg up. They're not running. So she's like, start your next book. Like take some time and write a little, like jot a page down of the stuff for your next book, and that will put you in the new energy. Yes. She's like, start on that next thing, even if it's just a 1-page, like little rough draft thing of, these, I did survive this. These are the things that I've used as coping mechanisms, things that help me, get through this and, to where you are now to be able to write it. But she's like, write that down. And the first, I would meditate and get really clear-minded and then write it, because like so much is going to come out onto that page if you just start writing about, write about your story, write about where you have come since that happened to you. So, yeah, you were like such a beacon. It's going to like, but she's like, the sooner you start changing your energy, like the sooner like it's going to happen. And put it out there. Tell say, universe, I'm ready to be the beacon. Show me the path that's easy for my book, and the universe will line it up for you. You just have to ask. I mean, really, you just have to ask. She's like, ask. Especially like if you're clear, otherwise the universe just kind of creates for you. But if you specifically ask, it's really much more powerful to create by asking. But say you want to be that beacon, I this morning when I was in my meditation, I told Celia, I'm ready to step into the next phase of where we're going. Let's go. I'm ready. I have a little extra space in my day-to-day life, so let's go. So we're going to see where we go. So Dune, thank you for donating. We greatly appreciate that. So he says, so here you go. And I am going to take a peek at she wants me to look at something. Oh, Chiron is almost at 14 degrees. That is really wonderful. And we do still have everything direct. Yeah. And Pluto is at its last degrees and Saturn's at its last degrees as well. So know that this 29 degree mark is very transformational period right now. So this month, huge transformation. She said a lot. And just keep being inspired and keep writing. And don't worry about the money. Just know you're going to be taken care of. Well taken care of. She said, well taken care of. So, but you have to get out of that energy of where you were with that and move on to, okay, this is what I've done since. This is, here I survived it. Now here's what I've done since then. Yes, very much transformation. As much as you want to dream. I'll tell you this, Dune. When I was younger, I watched John Edwards crossing over, who communicates with people that's passed, and I thought that was really cool. That would be really neat. And you know what? Now I can do it. So you just have to have that desire, and you put that desire out there. Ask the universe to flow, flow the message through you. You may be surprised. And so he says, where is your north node? So we are going to move on now. Hope everyone is doing well. Yes, everybody, please like and subscribe. And I think we're going to get for Kimon next. Kimon, how are you doing? Celia says, what new things are coming? You are very welcome, Dune. Have a great day, Celia says. And I hear the Survivor song in my head. The Beyonce one. So listen to the Beyonce song. I don't know, something about that song. And Kimon, you get the Devil card, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. So I feel like, and the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. In this Devil card, I feel like, she sees the shadow, and I feel like that's saying what the month of March is really going to bring you a new opportunity to see that from a different perspective, because I feel like sometimes that Eight of Wands is like a lot of communication, but I think it's seeing it from a different perspective. So come on, look at where your shadow is with love. She's like, take a new look at it and see it from a different place. If you are single right now, know that it is a blessing from the universe for you to work on you, for you to have this time. Because let me tell you, when you're with somebody else, it makes it a whole different situation. And we feel like that's going to happen because you're going to move into something very different. We feel like from someone from the past is going to come back. Emperor energy. When you step into your power. Yeah, look at where your shadow is. Celia says, where's your Chiron? Where is your Saturn? Look at those things and see how do you do with love? Where is your relationship with love? Where is your family karma with love? But we feel like you're going to have a whole new perspective come April 1st. So I would like to see where you are April 1st. Come on. So come back then. But so you said ask to, try to see it from a perspective of ain't nobody going to treat you like you treat you. So make sure love up on yourself this month, girl. She's like, love up on you. I feel like so much love, shower the love on yourself like you would like somebody else to shower it on you. Show the universe how you want to be treated. And tell them, this is, this is my expectation of the way I'm treated. So, Hancy, we're going to get a general message for you. Because you're focused on the note. You have asked and asked and asked, and are you ready to receive? Are you open to receive? Hancy, how do you feel when you see somebody else that has a lot of money? How do you see somebody else when you see somebody doing really well? How do you see somebody when they're wealthy? If you see somebody doing really, really well, do you have any kind of negative feeling towards them? No jealousy? How come it's so easy for them and not for me? Because like the 10 of Pentacles is up there. I feel like in the 6 of Pentacles card here, a lot of times it's about equal reciprocity, but this is one girl and then there's all these people with their hands out. And I feel like you feel like the money's really going out, but not coming back in. Yeah, as you ask the universe why you have less, you'll have less. Like, see how all that money's going out, but she's not having it come back in? I would look at your relationship with money. And if you are like you can really turn that wheel, your energy really quickly by looking at like that shadow, because you got the 9 of Swords and the 3 of Cups, that it could work really easily by seeing how other people, like when you see it, say every day is getting a little better. I know abundance is coming to me. All of these other people have, have abundance. Normally you have a karmic block with that. So it's like normally you have a karmic block. So I would look at where your Chiron is. I would look at where your Saturn is. But we feel like it's right there. You could literally, like, that's a 10, that's 10. You just have to change. Look at your relationship with money. When you get a big sum of money, are you afraid to spend it? Do you hold it really tightly? If you hold it really tight, like you're afraid of it, like it's going to get away from you, money thinks you're afraid of it. Things that are high vibration think you're afraid of them. Little statements of it's getting better, but look at your relationship with money. Abundance is all around me, and ask. Don't specifically ask for money if you have a block with money. Say, I am asking for well-being. There is abundance all around me. I see it. If you don't think there's abundance around you, stop, hold your breath. There is an abundance of air. There's abundance of sky. There's an abundance of trees. There's abundance of grass. There's abundance all around you. Like, all you have to do is look for the abundance in your life. Like, literally, you get to pick where the abundance is in your life. So he says you get to pick. But start trying every day a little bit, say the things, the things of abundance you see. We have an abundance of birds. Lately, we've had an abundance of cats. So it's all in, where you see it. And Dune, thank you for donating again. And can you see my economy for the rest of the year? Yeah. Okay. And positive energy. I saw your comment. Yeah, my daughter moved to Florida, so I was helping her for a few days. And then I took yesterday for, she was driving, so I was there for emotional support on the phone. So we are getting guidance for Dune about finances for the rest of the year. A brand new opportunity, by seeing it in a different, more balanced way and trusting that the universe has your back. Like, she's about to fall back in that water, and she has a crystal in her hand. which is amethyst, which is about doing some healing work. Where is your vibration with money? Same thing. I would do a focus wheel. It's an Abraham process about you put where you are and then you put in the middle where you want to be. And then you start with general statements and work your way around, around the wheel there. But we feel like if you have to trust the universe always has your back. Celia says the universe always has your back. You have to have that faith and know, like, she's like, have faith. The next card is the Knight of Pentacles, which is, that doing the work, putting the work in, doing each step. And you are doing that. And the Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that finishes the race. He's the only one that gets to the end. So keep doing the work. Know that it's going to be successful for you. The next card is the Star card. And then we have the High Priestess, the Wheel, and the Strength card. Finances through the end of the year look really good. You can, I would do the focus wheel and see how quickly you can heal that. Like, you could, honestly, dude, when I was trying to manifest a person, you know what I did? I did a focus wheel of, I want a committed relationship. I did the focus wheel, and within 1 week, I met my husband, Dave. Literally, my twin flame. Literally within 1 week of doing that focus wheel. No joke. So that you can really change that energy super quickly. I would, meditate and look at it, because, you can change it, because, you have the full and the world. That's the beginning and the end. Like, you can totally change the entire cycle and bring yourself within this year, this cycle, to everything you desire financially. You can totally transition it by the way you think of money. How are you thinking of money? How are you thinking of money? But I would do the focus wheel. You can start out really general. Everything is always working out for me. Every day is getting a little easier. My needs are met. That's pretty good. And this is really connected. That's going to help you as you meditate. I would do some meditation and really work on that. And that next book is just going to flow out of you, because there's so much in there to unwind by seeing it from that different perspective and really finding the balance of your own energy with it. Don't think of the lack or any financial things from the past. Just think, you know what? The Rainbow Bridge is coming. She is, she's pretty stable and solid, and, that looks really good. Of the cards right here in the general spread, of the 5 cards, 4 are major arcana. You are being divinely guided. This is your path. This is your path. The sooner you get on the next book, the sooner this can all move forward. Start telling a different story. Write down here. Send me an email. Tell me what you would like your book to do in 1 year. Tell me, a story where, how many books would you like to have done in 5 years? Where would you like to be? You can write the story. If you write it and somebody else, if you tell them, if you, speak it, write it, and I'll meditate and I'll read that and we'll help you manifest it. So he's like, write down where you want to be. Your written word, is so powerful. So she said, write the story of where you want to be. I want to be in a place where I have a comfortable bank account. I want to live a life of ease. I see many people living the life of ease. Ease comes easily. All you have to do is get in the vibration of it. The higher your vibration is, the easier it will come. I can't stress meditating enough. And try to have the clarity and not be in that mindset. Because look, nothing's really happening to her. All of that thoughts is just in the head. Celia says, she's write even just that first outline of the basic things you want to put in the book. And you would be surprised at how easily it could come if you just put some trust in the universe. Tell the universe, if this is what's meant for me, make it easy. 4 out of 5 cards right here are major arcana. That says you are guided. towards this. This is your healing path to share with others. So share your story. Please, please share your story. Tell what's happened since then. You know, she's like, you have to get out of that mindset. You're still in the mindset of what happened in that book. And you're still you're in the energy of that. And you have to realize you have moved on. She's like, you have moved on. You have moved on. Like you have been putting the work in. You have moved on past this. Like you can have the true happiness. But like you're still in that old vibration, and that's a definite lack vibration. You have to know it's your calling. She said, you are a beacon. It is your calling. You have to just have faith. And no, the universe is, everything is always working out. The universe always provides for you. The universe always provides. You are very welcome. You are going to have such great success. She's like, change your mindset and your success can be phenomenal by just changing your mindset a little bit. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Danny. How are you all doing? Thank you, Shirley. We will pull a card for you now, Shirley. Danny, then we will get you next. But like, we get the Two of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Strength card, and the Devil. Shirley, we feel like you are going to do that, but I want to get some clarification on the Devil. We feel like you're in this mindset. What do you want the job strictly out of a lack mentality? Are you worried about being controlled? Because you also get the Wheel to clarify the Devil of. So it's about healing your cycle with work. And Android guy, I'm gonna send you an email later today. I have been off for about a week, so I am gonna get back to you. Shirley, we feel like this is an opportunity for you to heal your cycle with money. You can manifest the story how you want it, but we feel like it looks like it's going to go. It's well, but it's going to give you an opportunity. Yeah, we feel like it is, and it's going to give you an opportunity and to be a new cycle with money. How is your where is your energy with money? But we feel like, yes, if you want that job, yeah, you got to stop worrying. Everything is always working out in the end. It really is. Miss Danny, do you have a question? Oh, positive energy. Thank you, positive energy, for donating. Danny, I'm going to get her. The Chiron class is March 20th. I think Dave may join me for the class. We were talking about it this morning because it's like, what has Chiron, him working on his Chiron changed about his life. So he's may gonna join. Okay. We are going to get Danny, and then we are going to get positive energy. Thank you for donating. And Danny, I have the cards right there. I'm going to get them in the mail this week. It's been a hectic week. The cost of the class is $25. If you are a member of the Facebook group, there is a discount code in there to get the class for $18.88. Danny, what's going on? So he says, what's going on? I don't like that. Yeah, like you definitely need that break. Like the Ten of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, or the Nine of Pentacles, and then the Four of Pentacles. I see a lot of money here, but yeah, I feel like this is not good for you. This is not good for you. This is definitely holding like that energy, whatever it is like you have to, say, says walk away from. You have to have that strength. It is money the thing that's holding you back. If money's the thing holding you back, ask the universe. Ask the universe if it's meant, show me the path and let it be easy, and literally listen to the breadcrumbs, follow it. Like the universe is trying to like bring you that financial stability. Are you listening? Like you got the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Like that is like, yeah, show it to me and let it be easy. You know what? When my daughter just decided to go, you know what? She's like, it was easy. And I said, yeah. And when it's meant for us, it'll be easy. And it's the same for you. When it's the right time, it'll be easy. There's something that you're letting hold you back, which we feel like something financially. What are your thoughts with money, Danny? What is your relationship with money? Are you scared of money? How do you feel about money? How do you feel when you see somebody that's like ultra rich? Do you think, oh, wow, I love that they're doing so great? Or are you like, look at them? How are you? Like, look. So he's like, look at your thoughts with money. Because like so much money can come like, be like very reciprocal, a very balanced place money after you look at your money, what's holding you back. And tell the universe, co-create with it, say, make it be easy. We had literally somebody with the very same thing with that earlier. And you know what? When you're afraid of money, money's not going to come to you because money's high vibration. Money doesn't want to go where it's somebody's scared to it. Honestly, you can like bring it. So do it, do a focus wheel. Where do you want to be with money? Yeah, that make it easy thing really works, and just finding, if you can't find abundance with your personal money, because, we are where we are, find abundance in other things. I have an abundance of green grass. We have an abundance of trees. We have an abundance of air. If you don't believe, there's so many, everything is working out. If you don't believe it, you know what? We turn every day around all these planets and stars and everything. And you know what? We're still orbiting around. So that's pretty darn magnificent that all of that's being taken care of. But you have to just, the Abraham game, we were playing that for a while about with money, if you have, and play it personally, write it down every day, add an extra 1,000 every day, and then spend that whole 1,000. Or another Abraham process is put $100 in your pocket and don't spend it, but all day long say, I could buy this, I could buy that, I could buy this. And don't actually spend $100. Just walk around with it in your pocket knowing, I got this money. I can spend it on whatever I want. I could spend it on this. I could spend it on that. I could spend it on that. I could buy one shoe, whatever. But work on, yeah, I honestly am going to have to take a picture of my grass and my neighbor's grass. Like our grass is so green and my neighbor's grass on both sides of me is dead. Like We literally are the only house on our block with green grass. Because I say that I like living where the green grass grows, so it grows. I like living where it's easy. I expect ease and abundance. We have a ball in our hot tub. It's called the ease ball. So we joke around about ease bumping into us. Like we make it a game. Like, because like you can find that balance with it. You just have to look, and like that balance can come so easily. Positive energy. Did you have a question? Thank you for donating. We greatly appreciate it. I'm going to do that money focus wheel too, everybody. Honestly. Awesome. She said everything's going to work out and you did it just right. And the more we practice on doing them, the easier they get. Honestly, literally, I just said I was going to do one for that. But so just guidance for positive energy about the job. But yeah, everything's always working out. And tell the universe, if this job is meant for me, make it be easy. And then you know what? Stop thinking about it. Say, I know it's coming. This job is coming. This job is the perfect job for me. Like, say some positive affirmation. This is the perfect job for me. So he's like, literally say it. I know this job they're going to call me. This is the perfect job for me. She's like, you have done the healing work. Wish upon a star and then let it go. If you keep asking the universe doesn't think that you are listening to it. Yeah. So I would sit and say that, I would walk around saying, this is the perfect job for me. And just have that really easily. This is the perfect job for me and no stress about it. If you find yourself stressing and thinking about it, I would say that this is the perfect job for me. I am perfect for this job. Make it be easy. And if it doesn't work out, you know what? It means that's not the right one. But you know what? You put the perfect one in there, the more you thinking about this is the perfect job for me. Honestly. And you get the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Cups, which for me is that wishing upon a star card as well. So you have to let go of that negative thought about it. No, no toxic thoughts about it, and write down, what things would you like about this job? You have the ability to write it. I would like a job where I can express myself. I would like a job where I get to work independently. I would like a job where I can do whatever it is you want to do. Yes. She's like, you've done, she's like, that's the wish fulfillment card. That's like wish granted. The star card, healing, Aquarius energy, wish granted. She's like, wish granted. You have overcome the devil, she said. That's like the victory, by gaining new clarity and seeing it in a different way and trying it in a new way. Yes. And you know what? When you're not happy in that job, or even, you know what? The best thing is when you're really happy in that job, tell the universe, where you want to go with that. The more positive you are and tell the universe what you want, the more the universe will give it to you. You know what? We were trying to manifest more Florida last year. October, November, Dave and I were trying to for our honeymoon or for our anniversary. We wanted to go to Florida. It didn't work out, but you know what? It worked out because now we're going to go all the time. You just have to see the energy in a different way and try to work with the energy differently. A lot of times we're seeing it from a masculine perspective when you need to see it through a different perspective. Yes. Wish fulfilled. That was the star card. That's wish fulfillment. You will get what you ask for. Yes. Don't be anxious. Don't be say, this is a perfect job for me. You can talk it like your words are so powerful. This is the perfect job for me. Like literally, that's what I would just be like, this is a perfect job for me. And know that it is the perfect job for you. And I would say it multiple times a day. I would write it down on little notes around like where you can see them and be like, this is the perfect job for me. Just as a reminder to keep you into that positive place. Don't, everything is always working out for you. She's like, it's always working out. Miss Beatrice, can we get you next? Celia says, she's like, can we get you next? And I need to check my phone for my girls. So, yeah, she said, we're good. Miss Beatrice, do you have a question or would you like a general? What would you like, please? Yes. Pause. It was like wish fulfillment. The star card is like wish granted. Yeah. You are very welcome, Shirley. That's, before I come on, I say, let me please express your message as clear and concise as I can. So, yes, huge transformation. Beatrice, I have to ask, what is your, how many times around the sun? And we're going to get general message for you. Something really good's coming, Beatrice. We feel it. You get the Queen of Swords, the Three of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Two of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. So sometimes this feels like, that she's sometimes just kind of alone, but I feel like that time alone, the universe is growing you. I hear the word void. So if you feel like you're in a place of a void, because she is standing there with the surfboard at the ocean, but that Three of Wands is that wish fulfillment, but she isn't taking the action towards that. She's like, okay, this is what I want, but I'm not going there yet. And because it's apparently not the right wave or whatever, it's about timing. And we feel that timing's about you getting your connection, being very grounded, connecting, because then you have the Hierophant, which in that card, she's joyfully happy, but she's also, going through those steps. And sometimes, we have to have that time, what do you want? What do you want to manifest? And just know sometimes we're in that void because, it's a place of us growing our love, and you're in that void because you know your worth, or you're working on your worth. And it's a time of enlightening you. The Nine of Cups, which is, that wish fulfillment, which is trying to bring you what you want as you realize, what is gone, and let it go. If something's leaving your life, either, like with my daughter, I could look at it as she's gone, but you know what? She's not gone. Her stuff is literally all around me. And you know what? 37 days, I'm going to Florida. So just know everything happens in that time. This is going to give me 36 days to really work on my channel. So that's what I'm going to really do. So know that when you think you're in a void, it's about gaining clarity and a new perspective. So, because the Five of Swords is on the bottom, which is about like that, chaos and conflict in your head. But no, this is really a time of real like. So he's like, this is like time of healing. Like, do the healing work. It's going to bring you such fulfillment. Yes, like as you let go, like these two fives of the past, like there's going to be so many opportunities and the right person coming towards you. But yeah, definitely keep working on that that Ace of Cups, doing your self-love, knowing your self-worth. Yeah, know your self-worth. Know your self-worth. My mom agrees. She's ringing the chimes. Android guy, we are gonna get you next. Can I get energy update of current feelings, next actions of Sonal for me? Spending some time around me yesterday. Nice. We are happy to hear that. You are very welcome, Beatrice. Thank you for always, joining and supporting the channel and being here. And so he says, we're still doing that live. We get the King of Pentacles and we get the Moon. We feel like maybe I think that maybe Sonal is seeing you in a different light, but also maybe going like, we feel like maybe you're like King of Pentacles energy, but like sometimes this Moon energy can be a little dark. And like maybe, does Sonal feel like maybe out of your league, because we get the King of Pentacles here, and then the bottom of the deck we get the Nine of Pentacles, and then the Queen of Pentacles, and then the 10 of Pentacles, and then the 7 of Wands with the Justice card on the bottom, which for me is like marriage contract card. And we do have the King and the Queen of Pentacles. So we feel like things are going to go really well. You just have to be patient and work on your own energy and not focus on what Sonal is doing. You truly have to focus on, are you doing your shadow work? There went that one. Are you doing your shadow work? Because I feel like Sonal is working on the energy. Are you also working on your shadow? How is your relationship with money? Because I see lots of pentacles. So how is your relationship? I feel like are you doing better financially than Sonal? Or does one of you do better than the other? Is it out of balance? I'm going to go get that card. And I threw it down again. So anyway, so what is your relationship with money? Does she come from like a more stable family financially? Is she more balanced with it? Like, we feel like doing that shadow work can bring you that stability, like you're super seeking. But we feel like there's definitely a contract here with you and Sonal. But we feel like, yeah, this is definitely look at your relation. How do you feel about money? We've had that major today right now about, yeah. Like earlier, we've had so many people talk today about money. So where is your, energy with money? Does money flow easily to you? When you get money, do you avoid spending it? Do you try to hold on to it? If you're in that thing of holding on to it, it breaks up the in and out flow. And I feel like that's part of your karma. So I would look at, have you looked at where your Chiron is? Have you looked at where your North Node is? There's so many different spots in your chart. And I would look where Saturn is. Look where the Moon is. Look where that shadow is. Do a focus wheel regarding money. Like, I'm going to do a focus wheel regarding money, because money can flow really easily to you. Are you open to allowing it? Do you have to control how it comes? Yeah. Yeah, like, I know Abraham still, or Esther still does focus wheels and all those processes, even as long as she's been doing it. So a focus wheel is a great tool. So we encourage anybody that's having an issue with anything to look up the Abraham process, do a little meditation, and then see what you can get. Like, literally, I did a focus wheel about a committed relationship, and a week later I met Dave, and now we are a year and a half into marriage. So, because you can manifest anything you want really quickly. Like, you could move the wheel by changing your energy with something. It's funny that that's a wheel. So, like, manifest that change through doing that focus wheel. I mean, I did it to attract Dave, so I think I'm gonna do it to attract more abundance too. So, Catherine, Catherine, we're getting a card for you and your Virgo. Yeah, work on that money block, and like, that seems like the biggest thing right now. Like, she looks pretty. The Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. Catherine, we get the Moon card only came out, and then the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Star card, and the Hermit. Are you separated from your Virgo right now, Catherine? We feel like some healing energy needs to happen. Something that definitely needs to be healed. And sometimes, it's a time of transition. We're definitely doing that at the end of the month. I would say probably because the dark night of the soul, Catherine, I would look at, where is your Chiron? Where is your North Node? And that's always a great place to start, to help you being able to step into your power and be a little more balanced. But we feel like there's going to be, some healing with this energy. But we feel like it's a time right now for you to really, like, yeah, because he's sitting in a good place, and you must energetically be doing some of that work to move it forward. Catherine, I would do a focus wheel on where would you like this relationship to go. If you're looking for commitment, I would do it on I want a committed relationship. But I feel like, one of you's definitely in the dark night of the soul, and Celia saying you. Are you having your dark night of the soul? We feel like transformation is coming to elevate things to a completely different level. Because then we get the Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles. So, they're both pretty much in their power. As you step into your spiritual powers, it will kind of balance things out a little bit. Are you meditating? What spiritual practices are you working on? The month of October or March is going to be hugely transitional. Like, Pluto changes sign every 30 years, and Pluto is changing on the spring equinox here. So, like, huge transformation is coming. Like Celia says, next 6 weeks, you may be surprised at where your life is from where it is now in 6 weeks. So, where would you like it to be? Like, as you step more into your psychic abilities, like, that is going to really help you step into your power and bring it in. She's like, bring it in. You can bring it in really quickly by your attitude. I am going to take a little break. I will be back in a little while. I got to call my granddaughter, my little pure positive energy. And I will be back on in a little while to do some more free tarot. I would like to thank everyone that joined me, and I'll be back later. Bye. Have a good day, Rhonda.